Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Don't worry, Slapmaster and Co. are going to be back soon, but for now I want to get started on the second series I have planned for this channel. To address what we're doing here, and what this is, Warframe. It's a game I've played for about 4 years. Yada yada, point is, this is a game in which I know what I'm doing. Debatably, will confirm or deny that as soon as I start playing, but I have a bit more talking to do before that. Now, this is quite clearly not an MR24 account. This is the starting screen that every new player will see after the intro cinematic. See, a few months ago, a friend of mine started playing Warframe. Coincidentally, the same friend who inspired me to make this channel, so hey, shout out to you, dude, you know who you are. As he started to play through the game, started to get through some of the earlier levels, I would help him out with either missions he was struggling with, or just with the mechanical side of the game. You know, the massive list of weapons going, this is useful, this is hot garbage. Both me and him came to the realization that Warframe is fucking confusing, especially if you're just coming into the game and have no idea what any of the systems do. So, he proposed to me the idea that I start not a tutorial series, but something of an intro series, something to help new players get into the game and really know what they're doing when they start playing. I took that idea and decided to put a bit of a challenge spin on it. So, this is going to be Warframe Solo. I will be playing from the absolute beginning of the game, absolutely solo, up until I've completed a checklist of things that I have determined to cover the main game. At the moment, that is the entire star chart on normal difficulty, all of the bosses, sans event bosses, and a couple of the open world bosses, but I'll discuss that later, and a few other random things like story missions. And I will be doing it entirely on my own. Now, that doesn't just mean I won't be playing with other players, but I will just not be interacting with them whatsoever. I won't be buying mods or items with Platinum. I won't be interacting with any clans that I didn't start myself. And that, if you're a new player, you shouldn't do that. That will objectively make the game not harder, just a lot more tedious. It'll take a lot longer to get some of the things you need. I'm doing it to prove that you can, and if you run into difficulty or a tough mission, you can jank your way through it. Not that you can reload the mission 15 times until you get an MR18 plus someone who can steamroll it for you. All that talking done, I am going to jump right into the game. And given that this is a game I actually do know a fair bit about the mechanics of, I am going to try to explain what I'm doing as I do it. At the very beginning of the game, you have your choice between 3 Warframes: Excalibur, Mag, and Volts. And just really, I know which one I'm choosing. I'm going to really quickly cover all 3 of these options just so a new player who's at this screen knows what the hell all these guys do. Excal. He is metric fucklots of single target damage, decent tank stats, and serviceable AoE CC. Mag. She is zone control and lockdown. Doesn't do too much damage on her own, but she does have the ability to strip enemy resistances, which is very, very good, and she just picks an area and says, this is mine now, and none of you can touch it. And if you're playing her correctly, no one can touch it. Volt does a lot of things that I'll explain later as I get more into actually what he does, and once I start to get some of the things that facilitate what he does. For the time being, all you really need to know is that he does a lot of AoE damage and CC, and I'm mainly choosing him off personal preference. Now, it's also worth noting, I haven't played, the early shit since, well, before the intro cinematic was a thing. Oh no, they put an ankle brace on me.
No.
Okay, so this is
this one with us.
prime villain dumbfuckery. Oh, a ancient super weapon that I have just uncovered and plan to bring back alive. Yeah, Volt, go. Oh, I was expecting it to do with his,
Use your power.
4. That was the same animation as it. Also, let me just, zap, zap, zap. Bring back alive. Let me put a single non-directly restraining device on it, and then walk away. 4, come on, man. This is entirely... This and what happens after this is entirely your fault. Can I bullet jump? Yes, I can. Good,
Extraction ship is waiting for you.
Oh, and it's telling me to sprint. No. Yeah, so, I apologize for this being laggy. The game normally doesn't run like this when I'm playing. It might be because I'm recording. I couldn't tell you. But, yeah, I guess we're just gonna start playing and hope it fixes itself at some point. So, the first thing that's worth noting is movement in Warframe is incredibly important and incredibly versatile. See that thing it's saying sprint? The thing I'm doing right now, I'm probably not going to do this much. Crouch and jump, those are two things you can do. If you do them at the same time, well, this thing right here, this is called a bullet jump. You bullet jump, double jump, and then if you double tap the sprint button, you dodge roll. So we're going to slide into a bullet jump, into a double jump, and dodge roll. Melee. I'm not going to keep any of these for an extended period of time. Technically, the bow is better here, just because higher range is something I can abuse on Volt, but I'm going to take the Skana purely because a couple of things I'll want to build later are going to need a Skana as a component, and it just saves me some time. And oh hey, people to kill. Oh god, this quality is horrible. Is it the rain? Is the rain fucking with stuff? Probably. It's fine. Everything will be fine. You can kind of tell what I'm doing. At the moment, I'm just... well, not doing much. I'm running at people and mashing E. It's not very impressive. Stealth kills are a thing. If I can not lag hard enough to get behind him. Oh yeah, resources. Grab these when you can. You're gonna need a lot of them. I mentioned heavy attacks. This thing. That's awful. That is so slow and I can't use that right now. At least not effectively. Yes. Guns. Give me kindly. See, oh, neat. You, back when I first played through this, you just ran through the woods, or a Grineer encampment. It's interesting to see that they made this into an Ostron village to match the cinematic. Oh, yeah, secondaries. As I was saying, guns. Yeah, no, I could take the throwing knives. Give me a fucking gun, please. Somewhat for the same reason as I took the Skana. Both are equally horrible, and I won't use them really the second I have anything better, but a couple things I want... oh god, it is so laggy I can barely hit headshots. There's a couple of things that I could build later that are going to want this little pea shooter as a component, so I might as well pick it up now. This is awful, I'm just going to melee.
Extraction point is up ahead.
Nope.
Hurry, before Vor finds out you've escaped.
How has he not found out... or how has he not found out I've escaped? Do none of his men have radios? The Grineer are awful at this. See this little guy right here? A Kuwaka? Just acknowledging you can do this. Don't worry, I'm going to make some woodlands creature very happy for giving it free dinner and a little bit of lead poisoning. Here's that radio I was talking about.
There's the extraction ship.
Okay, so I'm hoping that the lag issues I'm having are... oh. Was that... yeah, that was Vorsky. It's funny, because the thing he just used to shoot my ship down with, and the thing he's probably gonna, yeah, that thing, his little, no, that's not a Kamehameha. I don't know Dragon Ball attacks enough to know of a special beam cannon, that's it. That thing is called a Void Key. It is something from a much earlier Warframe that is kind of just around. Did he actually just piss off the second I broke his shields? Wow. And let's get out of here. Oh, didn't have to actually hack it. Cool. Primary weapons. So, the things I could choose here. As I've said, the couple of weapons I picked up previously, I picked arbitrarily. These ones I'm actually going to make a specific choice. The reason I'm choosing a Mach 1 Paris over a Mach 1 Bratton, first, it's silent, meaning when I get to the stealth sections, I'm not just stuck with my melee. Secondly, it does actually very high base damage. I'm going to be killing everything here quickly enough where it doesn't matter, but when it inevitably will, the Paris is just going to do a bit more upfront damage, and also it has punch-through, meaning I can actually shoot enemies through obstacles. You hold still. Well, he didn't, and it lagged, but it still killed. Also, it's just worth noting, in Warframe, your arrows pin ragdoll dead enemies to walls. That's something that you just need to appreciate. Yeah, like I said, silent. I missed that shot there, but it didn't alert the enemies. He's not okay. Where are you? You see, that's a sniper rifle at point-blank range that you aimed at a non-moving target, failing to shoot you with a bow from like 3 feet away, and you still missed me. This is the Grenier in a nutshell.
Are my senses deceiving me?
Ah, yes, say hello to Ortis,
Is that you?
our faithful companion.
Enemy reinforcements are here.
Oh, and it's a defense mission now. I would be stoked about this if I were playing actual Volt. I'm playing level 1 Volt, so I can't do Volt's cool things. Oh god, this is... Yeah, so... At this point, enemies aren't a threat. I'm going to kill them in one shot with any weapon I use against them. Yeah, we're out of here. Level 1 is easy. There is no effort required. You either point and click at the enemies and they die, or you walk up to them, hit E, and they die. I don't think things are going to get challenging until we start to see minimum level 20 enemies. Before that, the Grenier just don't have enough armor to do anything. Also, hi, dude. You haven't been introduced yet. This is a dude who exists. And give me this. Gallium. That's a somewhat rare resource.
Operator,
Somewhat.
you have returned.
Uh,
I am Ortis.
Oh, cool. It's a double affinity weekend. So, this is your dropship, your orbiter, your home base, kind of. There's a couple of things in here. Nothing's actually turned on. I would start to show you the important things, but I can't because the game won't let me. I guess I'll just come down here to the arsenal, the one important thing I can show you, and start to get through some of the stuff. Some of the stuff I need to talk about. This thing, the arsenal. This is where you equip gear. It's one of the places you'll spend the most time in this ship. Can I? Yes. Yeah, so unranked Volt, unranked Paris, unranked Lado, unranked Skana. I don't have anything else. I know. Well, I know what it did to me. It's nothing. Yeah, don't worry about any of that. So, actually, no, I will address that once the game loads me out of this. And also, no, the lag problems have not gone away, so that's an issue. No, I'm going to fuck around with settings a bit more. Give me just a second. Wow, this looks awful. So, I now need to remember what I was talking about before I started messing with settings. Yeah, the arsenal. So, just to acknowledge why this can be confusing for new players, you load into this the first time. You got your baby's first gear on. Oh, cool, let's see what weapons are available, and... Oh, this is a long list. These look kind of fancy. There's a lot of stuff here. Some of it is infinitely more useful than others. I am going to attempt to help you out with what is and is not useful. There was a thing I was going to say earlier. I entirely forgot what it is. Oh well, if it was important, it'll come back to me, maybe. But for now, let's just play Mission 2. So I'm working on a new outro, but animation takes a little while, and I'm not great at it, which doesn't help. But I really want to get some stuff out the door in the meantime, so this is what I have for now. If you watched this far, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, all that jazz. But for now, it looks like my work here is done. I've been Harlequin Soul, or Harley if you want to be friendly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.